Bird of Prey 5. Hail Karuga.
Qapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird of Prey 5 channel. Hail Karuga.
Hello world, it's Bird of Prey 5, Qapla. And I think I see that the audio is a bit low. Let me double check the sound volume before we go too far. Before we go too far into this sound mixer options, sound settings, no, sound audio, sound settings, there it is. Sound settings, input device properties. There we go, yeah. So I was afraid of. Okay. Hello world, it's Bird of Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life, late edition for Friday, July 5th, 2024, the 5th of July. Yeah, I apologize. At 4 p.m. Eastern, the most usual set time for Bed Life, I was napping. I really couldn't have given 2 F's or 2 S's or any 2 combinations of anything about streaming at that time. I was just too quiet, too tired, and I was in a perfect dream world. But then I woke up and then I was hungry. I was like, you know what? I'm going to eat first rather than always waiting to stream and then getting tired of streaming quickly because I was getting ready to be hungry. And then, you know what? F it. I'm going to eat first. And so I had my pasta and meatballs, delicious Mama Praise, delicious sauce and pasta and meatballs, and I had them first. And yes, now I'm perhaps ready to stream. We'll see. I don't know. But I am here anyway. Mike Richards first in the chat. Qapla, Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards, our package inspector from Columbus, Ohio. He, of course, does so much more than just inspect packages. But that's his main focus. Here we go. The multi-gun man, second in the chat, says Bird. Hey Bird, how's it going? Well, multi-gun man, I'm having some issues, but I think one of them is I've been in a rut and kind of need to break the cycle to get things going a little different. And I think maybe today, streaming late, eating early, that might help break this cycle. The multi-gun man says Rom was threatening us with Karogan shock troops. Well, I believe it was Nog. Nog was threatening us with Karogan shock troops. Actually, Klingon shock troops. And the multi-gun man says audio is a little low. Yeah, well, it was at the time. Now it's a little bit. Melted Copper says happy day after America's birthday. God bless Mr. Bird. Thank you, Melted Copper. God bless you too on this 5th of July. And the multi-gun man says the sound is better. I suspected it would be. LDG at hashtag free the net is waving. Welcome, LDG. Mike Richards is TBIF indeed. Thank Bird, it's Friday. Mike Richards is Bird E. Roney. No, oh man, just rice-a-roni. That was some delicious stuff. Unfortunately, it's about 99.8% sodium, and it would result in my instantaneous death if I was to eat. Oh man, damn it, Mike Richards. Now I'm thinking of the deliciousness that was the fucking beef rice-a-roni. Oh no. That's all I want now. That's all I want is a beef rice-a-roni. Mama Pray loves the beef rice-a-roni. Yeah. She misses it. Yeah, I do too. It's completely gone from my diet, you know. So it would just be like, it would basically be suicide to eat it. You know what, Mama Pray? We don't need to worry about the spam anymore. Just a rice-a-roni. Imagine a rice-a-roni with some spam in it. That would be terrific. That's the new. That's the final. That's the. When I ask for that, that's my last lunch. You say, are you sure that this is your last lunch? You're you were arrested for killing quite a number of people, and you do know that you're going to be put into a suicide chamber or whatever. And I'll be like, yeah, well, that's the whole thing. You just serve me this. I'll die before you get a chance to kill me. You know, maybe that's what we need to do. Okay, well, that's true. The macaroni was very delicious and healthy, surprisingly healthy. Zero sodium. Zero sodium in the macaroni. Zero sodium in the creation of the macaroni. Maybe a little bit of sodium in the sauce, but no sodium at all. Zero sodium at all in the actual boiling of the pasta. T-Berg Sci-Fi Tech says, attention, it is I, live. You may now carry on with your meager lives. Qapla T-Berg Sci-Fi Tech. It is I live. I live? Are you live or are you living? T-Berg, the multi-gun man, says, oh my God, I think I may have just had my Star Trek nerd card revoked. I recalled Nog by the name of Rom. It's okay, multi-gun man. T-Berg says the Epic Beard, aka Jason Saint, is currently struggling to get on Space Engineers with his wireless internet in Michigan. Lol. T-Berg Sci-Fi Tech says the ISP says he needs a bird tower to improve reception. Chrono says hey to Rice-A-Roni Opre. And Mike Richards says, I'm sorry, but it's okay, Mike. Okay. And Chrono says, old spam is good for you. And Chrono says, hey to Mike, hey to T-Berg, and hey to Multi. And Mike Richards says, hey, greetings to Chronos. Chronos says, don't die on us. I wouldn't know what to do with the body. T-Berg says, eat as healthy as you can, Bird. I'm down 35 pounds, textbook blood work, and down 30 points on the blood pressure. T-Berg, if we could find some way to put on 35 pounds, I would take it tomorrow. I would take it tomorrow. I am sickly. I am below weight. I am at 180, basically 182 pounds at the moment, and I am clearly underweight. I actually look sickly. If you look over all my muscles, over my entire body, I am convinced that you would see I have even less muscles than I had 6 months ago. They're still atrophying. Yeah, it is not doing well. I definitely need to put on weight to the point that I eat ice cream and candies and whatnot, sugar that I don't particularly have a fondness for, but just to try and get some fucking weight on, I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't know how to get the weight on anymore. I don't want to eat like in the old days. I would just eat fried foods. I mean, extra, you know, mozzarella sticks and chicken fingers and who knows what. But all of these greasy, fatty, salty foods. But now I can't do the salt. Well, there's not a whole lot of foods that are low in salt but high in everything else. So, except pasta and meatballs. And I'm loving those, but there's gonna come a day where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something else out because I don't know what else I can have. Mm. T-Berg says avoiding politics would definitely help your blood pressure. And that's what I've been trying to do, T-Berg. I literally have been just avoiding politics. Kronos is laughing burns calories. T-Berg says, I'm living. Hashtag bank Kronos. Hashtag ban Kronos. That's Richie Poole. Yes, I guess that makes more sense than banking you, Kronos. Kronos yells, Poole! Mike Richards' bird needs a salty-free diet. It's as funny as it sounds, Mike Richards, it's actually become quite true. Chrono says, hey, Mama Pray. Mama Pray says, hey to everybody. T-Berg says, my girlfriend says you need to eat bird's custard. Bird's custard? Or bird custard? Richie Poole says Wesley Crusher is, quote, one nebula short of a galaxy. Star Trek prodigy. Kronos says go on the Tilly diet. I'm going to say administrative Jill. Anti-derivative Jill says, yay, you live. LDG said you were resting. I was resting, and Mama Pray did correctly message him that I was asleep at 4 p.m. when I would normally have been starting my stream. But yeah, I got up a little later and had to do a bit of work before I could stream. And then I was hungry. So I said, F it, we're going to eat first. And then I would stream if I was up to it. And I was. So I did. Chrono says hey to Jill. And T-Berg is confirming a salty-free diet is good. Chrono says LDG says a lot. Well, that's true. And Chrono said bank sounded better. You'd rather be bank Kronos than banned Kronos? T-Berg says, we need 10,000 acupuncture pins connected to 10,000 mouse buttons to help rebuild your muscles like Neo in the Matrix. Probably true. T-Berg says, smash that like. And Richie Poole says, Bank Ronos? Yeah, Bank Ronos. Chrono says, I like investing. Richie Poole says, should I trade all of my dollars for Ronos's? Gold is good, says Chronos. Gold is good. I don't know what Latinum is. T-Berg says, Bird is a brand of custard. You could make a custard with a meal shake like Boost instead of milk. Richie Poole says gold pressure platinum is better. And T-Berg says chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. That's why you need more chocolate, vanilla, strawberry ice cream. The only one that's missing is one flavor, and it's never the vanilla. Richie Poole says Latinum. I typed Latinum. Chrono says, how do you get the Latinum in the gold? T-Berg says, Bancos, Chronos, Logos. Banco, Chronos, Logos. Logos. Bancos, Chronos, Logos. That's it. That's what I thought it was. Antidote Jill says, hey, the Chronos says, I like that name. And Josh Street says, Bird wasn't Karoga Day on July 1st, just like Upper Karoga Day was. Upper Karoga Day, I know not of what you speak. Crazy stuff. Chrono says, all you got to do is stream. Oh, all you got to do is scream. All you got to do is scream. Hakeem says, hello, Bird. Glad you stream. Thank you, Hakeem. Chrono says, hey to Josh. Says also hello to Chronos, Hakeem. And Chrono says hello to Hakeem. T-Berg says, what is the currency? What is the currency? My headphones got knocked off. And put them back on, even though it's not like I'm listening to anybody. There is no way anybody can come in. What is the currency in a two-dimensional universe? Platinum. Thank you, T-Berg. Richie Poole is lolling. Bum, says Chronos. And T-Berg says, July 1st was Canada Day, also Kingmaker Day in America. Chronos says, what day is today? Well, that's a good question. It's actually an excellent question because it gets us to our first segue. And it is National Bikini Day. National Bikini Day. Some some fun thoughts on National Bikini Day. Of course, they went the easy route and only put the picture of a bathing suit without the picture of anybody in the bikini. So it's weird. I mean, they would think nothing of putting up a picture of a bunch of people in bathing suits, but to zoom in on that on National Bikini Day, no, they won't do it. Now, had it just been a picture of somebody who was, on a beach or playing a sport, happened to be in a bikini, they would be fine with that. But to actually search for somebody in a bikini, that would be like, nope, not allowed, not allowed to have that much fun at work. Speaking of the difference between European, I was told, European and American values was at work one day. We had taken in a German dude from the Jägermeister company, and this was, we were a different company. We were an American company in the United States, a Sidney Frank Importing Company, and they had a kid working at the Jägermeister company in Germany, and they're like, oh, he wants to go to the USA. So they called the company, they spoke to the bosses, and next thing you know, they said, hey, I guess we're going to have a summer intern. But the summer intern is, of course, going to be this person from Germany, already a done deal. So I think we had to legally have a couple of people come and interview for it, and no, they didn't work out. But they decided they could find somebody coming back. They had people write a little bit of a job description, and sure enough, they found just the person they wanted, and next thing you know, he's set up in he's set up in the marketing bullpen, if you will. Everybody can see each other's fucking computers and stuff. Nobody has their own office. So he's got his computer desktop background up, and it's a naked woman. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's a woman who's completely topless, and other than that, she wasn't like engaged in any questionable activities. It was just a topless woman, and I had to explain to him like that's not appropriate for a USA based. That was the thing they wanted. First, it was me. I was the one who has to explain it to them. because everybody else there was afraid. They were all scared. Like, it was like, they're like, you know, they're like, oh, no, this guy, it's got to be you, Joe. It's got to be you. I mean, it's got to be me. Like, F you. I don't care what I don't care what he uses as a background. But they're like, no, we gotta explain to him that that's not allowed in the United States. He needs to learn that. I said, fine. So just tell him he's not allowed to have it. And they're like, no. So what are you doing? I was like, I'm going to tell him he's not allowed to have it. Like, no. Like, we need to talk. We need to discuss this. What is there to discuss? And I was like, you know what? I think he has you bamboozled. I don't think they'd allow this in Germany. I really doubt that this is an allowed background to have there. And but a little later that day, we did end up calling their HR department, basically, and just explaining to them what we were seeing, and I was cracking up, and I was like, "Yeah, is it like, is this appropriate? Is this happening there?" And basically, basically it was how I thought it was. They were like, dude, no, you can't. It's not that Germans are allowed to have naked women in their backgrounds on their public facing computers. No, it's not. You know, it's one thing, but it's not that open. You can't just go have that willy nilly. Anyway, National Bikini Day. Missed it by that much. Armenia Constitution Day, Alice Springs Show Day. We celebrate one of the biggest and social agricultural highlights in Australia. It's Alice Springs Show Day. And I know that my Outback special, I have the Alice Springs chicken. Delicious. Algeria Independence Day. And this, my friends, is the day. Comic Sans. The font, the myth, the legend. Comic Sans. Love it or hate it. We have all the tips and information on this controversial typeface. I did not know anybody could possibly hate Comic Sans until about 10 years ago when I started reading. I went down a fucking rabbit hole, and I went down the Comic Sans rabbit hole, and I was like, holy shit. For the first time that I realized the internet knew hate. It knew hate for Comic Sans. What did it ever do to you? I feel like Comic Sans accidentally woke up and peed into the water supply of half the country. Didn't realize that they were on the the continental gap, and they were going to pee in one direction. It was all going to come back and settle. And holy shit, he peed in the continental gap, didn't he? Like, oh my God, he did. So all that was for nothing. It all flowed backwards, and it settled here, and now we're all drinking pea water. It may have been 20,000 years before it entered the cycle again, but still, it was our pea water. Anyway, Comic Sans. Why does anybody hate Comic Sans? I don't know. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to that. Today is National Take Your Chronos to Work Day. It says Richie Poole. Kronos' bikinis are overrated. Don't need them. Josh treats his Kronos today is Karogan Orphan Minor Day, where they get 5 seconds or. T-Berg says, July 1st was Canada Day, also Kingmaker Day in America. What day is today? Asks Kronos. And Josh Reed says, Kronos, today is Karogan Orphan Minor Karogan Orphan Minor Day, when they get 5 seconds off. Kronos' bikinis are overrated. Don't need them. T-Berg says, yes, let's see Kronos in a bikini. Mike Richards says, Kronos is full of good questions. Richie Poole says, today is National Take Your Kronos to Work Day. Kronos' tooth floss hurts. The sunbird. Josh Street says T-Bird Kronos would Photoshop his head on some hot bikini model. Multi-Gunman says, an official decree of our God King, Berto Prey 5, you are all ordered and obliged to wear bikinis for National Bikini Day, and you will put on a fashion show for him as well. T-Berg says, from the Karogan responses T-Berg has generated, that it is Kronos Savings Day. Kronos says, I don't get depressed up for nothing. I don't get dressed up for nothing. Dressed down, actually. T-Berg says, I wear suspenders now. Oh no. You wear suspenders now. I wear suspenders now. Where? How do we end up here? Anyway, T-Berg wears suspenders now. and had large safety glasses over his own and put a yellow hard hat and become Bob the Builder. T-Berg says, I do yodel and like to move beer kegs. The multi-gunman says, Kronos, you will get dressed up to avoid execution for disobeying our God King. Kronos' suspenders with a bikini would be strange. Multi-gunman says, Kronos, this is Karoga. Strange is our national sport. T-Berg says, face goes white. Dear Lord, America is following the Karogan Imperial Grand Plan for world domination. Karoga power, says Kronos. Josh Ritz's bird is getting a German intern to help out Mama Prey in Karoga. I wish we were getting some German interns. We're getting German intern to help out Mama Prey in Karoga. Mama Prey don't lie. T-Berg says, now that we know who brought the only copy of the book Emperor Bird never wrote. Kronos is a snuggle buddy. Maybe, but I don't think so. Pop Culture Curator says, hello, guys. Hello, Pop. T-Berg says, if you are going to across the border, it's called a snuggle buddy. Hakeem says, hey to Pop. Does she play Ramus? That's Kronos. And says, hey to Pop. Everybody's saying hello to Pop. Oh, the curator. Kronos says, sing it. Mike Richards says, they were afraid of the Luger. Liger? T-Berg says, Picard's bald head had its token shine. Michael Burnham is a gross behind. Kronos is bird appropriate? Never. Pop, all the curators is Qapla bird. Hope you're doing well. For me, my 1 of 5 in a skilled nursing facility. This is day 1 of 5 for you in a skilled nursing facility. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, Bob, and I hope maybe this is just a test. I don't know what it is. I do hope that this is just not your new normal, but you let us know. You let us know if there's something going on there or not. Falco the curator says hello, Hale, and hello to Hakeem and Kronos. Kronos says, don't activate Ozzy Frey. Kronos says, what a mess. What a saving. Did Bird pass out? Maybe, says Richie. Kronos says, hey to sci-fi. Multi-Gunman says, sci-fi, hope. How's it going? T-Berg says, I apologize. I've added too much insanity for the stream. Sci-Fi Nation. There you are. Says, good going to the multi-gun man. Hope you are are well. A. Hope you are well, A. Sci-Fi Nations is good going. The multi-gun man. Bruno says, I've instantly turned up to 11 combined. Multi-gun man says, hey to Sci-Fi Nation, doing great. And the Sci-Fi Nation is glad to hear it. The multi-gun man. Okay. So yeah, I have no idea why Comic Sans gets all the fucking hate. Why? Why does it get all the hate? Let me see. Let's click on Comic Sans Day. Why? Comic Sans Day is celebrated the first Friday of July every year. This year is celebrated on July 5th. This day is celebrated across the world as a way to laugh about and appreciate that this overused and universally hated font. Why is it? It's not universally hated. I love it. I universally love the font. Why do people feel better? They lie. They like to lie and make up bullshit. Oh, everybody feels the same as I do. I'm going to write it like everybody hates this shit and just assume it to be true. Anyway, they say, it was started as a way to laugh about the notoriety of Comic Sans, which is a font released by Microsoft Windows and popularized because it's easy to read. Schools use the font excessively, as did everyone else. Why? Because it was easy to read? That's the whole fucking purpose of a goddamn font, is that it's supposed to be easy to read. It's a fucking perfect font. That's why it's fucking used. Oh my God, they're making fun of it because it's so fucking easy to read, because it's a fucking no-brainer to use, because it's like, well, you could just put it in, Comic Sans. It's like basically giving up. Giving up. I have a fucking, a CD has 15,000 different fonts on it. But by the time I've got into Comic Sans, which is laughably early on, but hey, I mean, not my fault it starts with a C and not a fucking Z. The Zolmic Sans, it's Comic Sans. So quite early. And that's where it starts. And so it's good. It's a great font. Comes up early in the alphabet, and it's still good. Even if you kept the C, even though you're comparing it to other fonts that are M's now, or S's, or T's, and then you come back. What else? What else do you really expect? Nothing. Comic. You put it up against any other C, D, E, early alphabet font, and it doesn't matter. It's still C. There's nothing else. Nothing else that compares to it. Anyway. History of Comic Sans. Let's see. Comic Sans Day is celebrated on the first July every year. It's celebrated on July 5th. This day, it's celebrated across the world as a way to laugh about and appreciate this overused and universally hated font. It was started as a way to laugh about the notoriety of Comic Sans, which is a font released by Microsoft Windows and popularized because it's easy to read. Schools use the font excessively, as did everyone else. Soon it was released. Soon after it was released, people believed it was overused and used inappropriate places. And the font became entrenched in popular culture as the font was mocked. They were mocking the font. History of Comic Sans. Comic Sans is celebrated every year on the first Friday of July. The annual celebration of the Comic Sans typeface was started by the Dutch DJs on radio stations across the Netherlands, designed the day to celebrate and laugh about universally mocked font. They encourage people to send their emails and use stickers with the Comic Sans font. Comic Sans MS, commonly known as Comic Sans, is a typeface that was developed by font designer Vincent Panier while he was working at the Microsoft Corporation. The font was designed to be a kid-friendly font that could be read easily. Pioneer created the font for the old Office Assistant guides, Microsoft Word, called Bob, who would later be replaced by Clippy, commonly known as Clippy. The original font used by the helpful assistant Bob was Times New Roman, but Connor believed the font was too formal for such a cartoonish figure. He adopted the fonts he found in comics available in his home office and produced sans serif font that could easily be read by everyone. The readability of Comic Sans led to its instant popularity, which quickly became overused. A casual and easily legible font, Comic Sans was used in schools as children found it easy to read, which helped with information retention. Within 4 years of its release, the font was used regularly by a wide variety of people, and everyone started to believe the font was overused. People all over the world began to disapprove of the widespread use of the font, and the font itself began to inspire contempt and ridicule. Holy shit. Comic Sans Day timeline. 1994, Connor invents Comic Sans. Vincent Connor, a typeface designer, develops Comic Sans to support MS's Office assistant Bob. 1994. Designers suggest banning Comic Sans. Wow, 1999. Five years later, they tried to ban it. Okay, so they develop it. 1994, it's developed. 1999, they're like, holy shit, we need to kill our own product. 2009, another 10 years later. 94 to 99 is 5 years. Then from 99 to 2009, 10 years. DJ, in a nod to the typeface, Dutch DJs decide to celebrate the much maligned font by designating the first Friday of July, Comic Sans Day. And in 2011, Comic Sans Day, Comic Sans Pro is developed. An improved and expanded version of Comic Sans called Comic Sans Pro is developed by Monotype. Wow. Is Comic Sans professional? Comic Sans is not professional and was never meant to be used professionally. Is Comic Sans free for commercial use? Comic Sans is not free Comic Sans is not free for commercial use and needs to be licensed. Is Comic Sans a Google font? Comic Sans is no longer listed as a usable font on Google Docs. Son of a bitch. Comic Sans Day activities, write an email in the font. Share your celebrations online, get more people involved. 5 facts about Comic Day Sans that you probably don't know. It's helpful for dyslexic readers. People with dyslexia find Comic Sans an easy font to read, which helps with their disability. I can read, Ma. I can read. You ain't reading. You're just using a fucking Comic Sans font. No, I can read. No, you can't. It's impossible. No one can read. Two. The font has the largest anti-font petition. No other font has inspired as many dislikes as the Comic Sans, which thousands of people petitioning to ban it. Its creator has only used it once. The typeface designer, Conair, has only used Comic Sans once in his lifetime. People don't believe Comic Sans. There's a slightly higher chance that people won't believe something if it's styled in Comic Sans. Why is it? It makes it hard to retain information. Comic Sans is too easy to read, which makes it harder for people to remember when they've read it. Anyway. Okay, so Comic Sans dates for next year, July 2025. is indeed the 4th of July. The 4th of July for 24. And for 2025, that's July 4th. And for 2026, it's July 3rd. It's the Friday. So today, it was the day after the 4th of July.
No.
No.
It's not the day after the book. It's the day after everybody celebrated.
Nephew O'Prea's 4th birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
He believed all the fireworks were in celebration because he's 4. He saw the big 4s all over. And so it's not July 4th anymore. It's celebration of Charlie being 4.
Of course. Well, that goes without saying.
Oh, okay.
Nephew O'Prea's birthday will be celebrated with fireworks.
I mean, his birthday was a week ago, but he saw that yesterday. That's what he thought.
Mhm.
But he wasn't scared of the fireworks then.
That's good.
Okay, put back to the screen. I don't get to the Bible or something. Yeah, of course I forgot what it was.
Apparently, the font is hated because it can be easily read. I have no idea. Mike Richards is a comic font is greater than a ransom note font. There is a ransom note font. I like that. I like that font too. Sci-Fi Nations is PSA from the Kurogan Ministry of Truth. The font was used in comic strips for decades, way before Microsoft co-opted it, hence the name Comic Sans. Sci-Fi Nations is Lowell took about Clippy. Mike Richards is Badgie greater than Clippy. Richie Poole says, Dear Bob, in a fight between Clippy and Badgie, who would win? Oh, Badgie. Badgie wins. Badgie has no heart. Sci-Fi Nation says, I heard they're not even teaching cursive in school anymore. How are these kids going to sign their names? It's fine. They can just write an X. Don't have to sign their names.
Yeah.
Or they're just going to, signatures are going to be replaced by a string of emojis. You're just going to have a string of emojis. And in the future, you're like, oh yeah, he always used to sign his name with a banana or a banana and a beagle or something like that. And like, yep, that's it. There it is. Like, oh, this was an early version of the signature. And sometimes there was also an eggplant. Yeah. Daniel's Hot Topics. Hello, Daniel. Stan Lee's bird is sounding better today. Well, Stan Lee, I started by sleeping a little later, started late, and I also ate first. So, yeah. Also, I don't care. I probably will not be going much longer today, but I did want to get up and say hello. Say hello to everybody. Chrono says, yay, a story, O'Prey. Sci-Fi Nation says Mama Prey talking about Nephew of Prey is awesome. DJ Play Nice is wee. Welcome, DJ. Very nice. Daniel's Hot Topic says starting to watch Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 with the Voyager and Admiral Janeway, a Hollow Doctor. It's basically Star Trek Voyager 2.0. If that's what you think, Daniel, hope you enjoy it. Chrono says, hey to DJ. DJ says, puts up a couple of wrenches for Chronos. Stanley says, Bird of Prey 5. I think we're going to revert back to hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you talking about? No, that's what you were talking about, too, right?
You know, translate.
Right. Well, that's why it was so smart to do. You don't need any translators. We're going to go back to that. I'm afraid. Get it. Yeah. What it used to be. I guess we finally come full circle. We finally came full circle. We're like looking at all these fucking hieroglyphics the last 100 years. And we're looking at these damn fucking emojis for 100 years. They've been part of the fucking computer system, and they never used it. And now, people who've never understood what the hieroglyphics were about are getting in their cars, and they can drive their car, and they can get the paperwork, and they get home, and if they look through it, let's say I give them their satisfaction that they do look through it, like I did. And I know, shit. It all counts. It all connects. Okay, where are we? Stanley says maybe the Egyptians were more advanced and symbol writing is more evolved. Rose is write like an Egyptian. Mike Richards is banana beagle bites. What? DJ Play Night says Chronos. RFFT. Sci-Fi Nations is better than Banjo Beagle Bites. Daniel's High Topic. Sci-Fi Nation. So what did you do for the 4th of July? Chrono says now I have to Chrono says now I have to listen to that song again. Sci-Fi Nation is the Daniel's Hot Topics. We sat home and relaxed. DJ Play Nice is pointing to Mike Richards. Mike Richards says, hey to DJ. And Chrono says, I am not your Rosetta Stone. I don't speak black hole. Chronos. Chronos says, good. I don't either. And Hakeem says, I'm on episode 17 of Prodigy. It's not as good as the first season. Too much of a fetch quest with time travel. And it has Wesley in it. And it says, and PJ Playnice is saying Hakeem and throwing out his wrench over there. And Chrono says, thank you, Hakeem, for watching that show for me. Anyway. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on with Dear Bach. Here's we've got 3 new Dear Bops. Oh, this is a long one. Dear Bob, Albert Mackery here of the Society of Comic Sans Users. Thank you for speaking so highly of our favorite font. We appreciate that you are one of us too. We will add you to our Users Hall of Fame. Did you know that you are in good company with other users of this Comic Sans font? Here's a short list. Here's a short list of some of the more honored users of the very best font available. Rachel Maddow, Andrea Mitchell, Hunter Biden, Jill Biden, Jeffrey Epstein, rest in peace, Richard Ramirez, The Night Stalker, Mayor Eric Adams, Lizzo, Chris Christie, Michelle Obama, Rosie O'Donnell, and a famous gentleman you may know, Salty Trek. Welcome to our team of comics users and lovers. Sincerely, Al McCrae. I do some checking on this so-called font. Dear Bob, just wondering how old Sister Prey was on this last birthday. I try to send her a rose for each year in a beautiful bouquet. I hope that 42 roses was right this year. Thanks to my future brother-in-law, Deej. Yeah, Deej, it was a pretty good guess.
Only one thing.
But only one thing with that. So Prey doesn't like roses at all. She likes tulips. Tulips are great, but no roses. Okay. Dear Bach, I know that you are a fart aficionado, just like me. No, I'm not. I do know that this is, yes, of course, it's signed by LDG. Just like me, and I was wondering, what is your favorite fart sound? I like the long, wet sounding ones, especially the ones that go a long time and then have a little more squirt at the end. Those are the best. What's your favorite? None. None. And if I have to have them, then it was either quick and quickly and quietly. They come, they go, and they're over before you knew it. You don't have any reason to think that you were going to have one to begin with. And by the time it's done, it's already over. Damage is already done, if any. Probably not, though. That's why not like roses? Says Stan Lee. Mom Bray says, well, why does anybody like anything? I guess that's just Sisso Pray's personal opinion. Stanley is it dangerous? Does she not like the smell? We don't know. I don't believe that it's dangerous, since Sisso Pray is more than easily can deal with those types of quote dangerous things all the time. No, I just think it's a kind of personal thing. She doesn't like it. It is what it is. Dr. Scotty says silent but deadly are the best. Stan Lee says Vertebrae 5 probably never takes credit. Sounds like he's a fart denier. Probably. Anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it here. I am quite tired now. And, well, I got to go. So, Qapla all, thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the relatively short stream, but at least I did stream. Qapla all, bird out.